This is Bob Capetta from the College of the Florida Keys, and this lesson is on complex fractions. So let's take a look. The first example I will give you is 1/3 plus 1/2, all over 5/6 plus 1/4. What we're going to do is simplify the numerator, simplify the top, simplify the denominator, the bottom, and then divide them. So the top part here is 1/3 plus 1/2. The denominators are factored. The common denominator is 3 times 2. Bring over the 1, bring over the 1. And then let's look to see what is new on the bottom. There was a 3 there before. So there is a 2 that's new. So a 2 needs to go on the top to make an equivalent fraction. The next one, there was a 2 there before, and a 3 is new. So multiply by 3 on top to get an equivalent fraction. And what do these become? 1 times 2, 2 over 3 times 2. 2 over 6, 1 times 3 is 3 over 3 times 2 is 6. So I have 2/6 plus 3/6. Addition, 2 plus 3 over 6 equals 5/6. That is the top function. The next one is the bottom, which is 5/6 plus 1/4. So we do that, 5/6 plus 1/4. We're going to go ahead and factor the bottoms. 6 is 3 times 2, and 4 is 2 times 2. We're going to build a common denominator next. I have 2's and 3's, 2 2's here, 1 2 there. The most 2's I see in any one place is 2. The most 3's I see in any one place is 1. Bring over the top numbers. Now let's look to see what is new. There was a 3 there before, there was a 2 there before, so a 2 is new on the bottom. To keep it an equivalent fraction, let's put a 2 on the top. Here, 2 was there before, 2 was there before, so 3 is what's new. To keep an equivalent fraction, let's put 3 up on top. And let's go ahead and multiply. We have 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 2 times 3 is 12. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 2 times 3 is 12. So we're adding, putting them together. I have 10 12ths plus 3 12ths. 10 plus 3 over 12, which is 13 12ths. So we've simplified the top. We've simplified the bottom. Our next move is to divide top divided by bottom. So what I'm going to have is I'm going to have the top was 5/6 divided by the bottom, which is 13 12ths. We know how to do fraction division. Change it to multiplication. Multiply by the reciprocal. 5/6 times 12 13ths. Let's factor everything. 5 is 5. 6 is 2 times 3. 12 is 2 times 2 times 3. 13 is 13. And we look to see what divides out. 2 divides out 2. 3 divides out 3. Upstairs. 5 times 1 times 2 times 1, which is 10. Downstairs, 1 times 1 times 13. And my answer is 10 13ths. So that is our process. Simplify the top, simplify the bottom, and then take top divided by bottom. Okay, our next question will be x plus 2/3 over x minus 1/6. And our process is going to be the same. Simplify the top. Top is x over 1 plus 2 over 3. Build a common denominator. The common denominator is 1 times 3. Bring over the numerators, and then look to see what's new. 1 was there before. 3 is new. Multiply the top by 3 to keep it an equivalent fraction. Next up, 3 was there before. 1 is new. Multiply the top by 1. And we have x times 3, or 3x upstairs, over 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 1 is 2 over 3. So now we can go ahead and write this as a single fraction. Common denominator is 3. 3x, the sign here is plus 2 over 3. That is the top. Next we have x minus 1/6. X over 1 minus 1 over 6. Let's get ourselves a common denominator, which will be 1 times 6. X and 1, looks what's old, look what's new. 1 was there before, 6 is multiplied in. Multiply the top by 6. 6 was there before, 1 is new. Multiply the top by 1. We get 6 times x is 6x. Over 1 times 6 is 6. Here we have 1 times 1 is 1. Over 1 times 6 is 6. Now the sign between them is minus, so we're going to make a single fraction with a denominator of 6. And it will be 6x minus 1 over 6. So we have the top simplified, we have the bottom simplified. The next thing we need to do, we need to take top divided by bottom. Top divided by bottom, 3x plus 2 over 3, divided by 6x minus 1 over 6. To divide fractions, we're going to invert and multiply. So it will be 3x plus 2 over 3 times 6 over 6x minus 1. 3x plus 2, 6x minus 1 do not factor, but 6 I can think of as 2 times 3. So I could write this binomial 3x plus 2 times 2 times 3 over 3 times 6x minus 1. Here you will notice 3 over 3 is the same as 1 over 1. So I get 2 times 3x plus 2, 2 times 3x, 6x, plus 2 times 2 is 4 over 6x minus 1. That is our final answer. Remember, you do not cancel terms. You cannot divide the 6x and the 6x by 6 unless you divide these guys by 6, and that would make it more complicated. So that is that problem. Let's continue. Next up, I'm going to look at 1 plus 4 over x. Divided by 1 minus 4 over x squared. Our process is the same. The top here is 1 plus 4 over x, which is 1 over 1 plus 4 over x. Common denominator is 1 times x. Bring over the 1 and the 4. Let's look for what's new. 1 was there before. X is new. Multiply the top by x. To keep it fair, x was there before. 1 is new. Multiply the top by 1. So I get 1 times x here. 1 times x is 1x, or just x. 1 times x is x. 4 times 1 is 4. X times 1 is x. We are adding those together. So putting them together, I get x plus 4 over x is the top. To do the bottom, I have 1 minus 4 over x squared. So 1 over 1 minus 4 over x squared. 1 over 1. 4 over x times x. Common denominator is x times 1. One was there before, 4 was there before. Don't forget the minus sign. 1 was there before, x is new. Multiply the top by xx. X was there before, so 1 is new. Multiply the top by 1. We wind up with x squared over x squared. We end up with 4 over x squared, and then there's a minus sign in between. So putting those together, we get x squared minus 4 over x squared, which is the same as x minus 2, x plus 2 over x squared. So putting all these together, that of course is our bottom. We're going to finish this by taking top divided by bottom. The top is x plus 4 over x. Divided by the bottom is x minus 2, x plus 2 over x squared. Invert and multiply. That will give me x plus 4 over x times x squared over x minus 2x plus 2. But you'll notice x squared and x can divide out. Put everything over a single fraction. X plus 4 times x over x times x minus 2, x plus 2. What happens? X over x becomes 1 over 1. Upstairs, I get x times x plus 4. Downstairs, I get x minus 2, x plus 2. Which is a perfectly good answer. If you want to multiply out the numerators, x squared plus 4x over x minus 2x plus 2. That's what that will look like. All right, let's take a look at another one. Next, we're going to have y squared minus y minus 6 over y squared minus 5y minus 14 all over y squared plus 6y plus 5 over y squared minus 6y minus 7. So our process is going to be the same. We're going to look at the top and the bottom, simplify those, and then take top divided by bottom. So the top here, y squared minus y minus 6. Let's go ahead and factor that. Y squared minus 6 minus y. Y times y, I think it's minus 3 times plus 2. It will give me minus 3y. And plus 2y, which is minus y. That gives me y minus 3 times y plus 2. And the next one is y squared minus 5y minus 14. Let's take a look at that. Y squared minus 14 minus 5y. Y times y, how about minus 7 times plus 2? It'll give me minus 7y. And plus 2y, which is minus 5y. That gives me y minus 7y plus 2. So So then what does the top become? The top equals y minus 3 over y plus times y plus 2 over y minus 7 times y plus 2. And we notice y plus 2 over y plus 2 is 1 over 1. So the top is just y minus 3 over y minus 7. Next up, let's look at the bottom. So the bottom is y squared plus 6y plus 5. Let's factor that. Y squared plus 5 plus 6y plus 5 plus 1 plus 5y plus 1y is plus 6y, and I get y plus 5y plus 1. And then the other piece is y squared minus 6y minus 7. Let's take a look at that. Y squared here, minus 7 there, minus 6y there. Y minus 7 plus 1 minus 7y plus 1y is minus 6y. Y minus 7y plus 1. So this divided by this would give me the bottom. So let's take a look at our bottom. Y plus 5, y plus 1 over y minus 7y plus 1, which equals what? You'll notice the y plus 1's go away. Y plus 1 divides out y plus 1, leaving me with y plus 7 over y plus 5 over y minus 7. So next up, we have to finish this with top divided by bottom. So what will that be? Y minus 3 over y minus 7 divided by y plus 5 over y minus 7. Invert and multiply. That will be y minus 3 over y minus 7 times y minus 7 over y plus 5. Think of it as a single fraction. Y minus 3, y minus 7 over y minus 7, y plus 5. What's the same on the top and the bottom? Y minus 7 over y minus 7 is 1 over 1. So what's left upstairs is y minus 3. What's left downstairs is y plus 5. And that is my final answer. Let's do one more of these complex. Next, we'll take a look at the following. 6 over x squared minus 4 minus 5 over x plus 2 divided by 7 over x squared minus 4 over x plus 2. Doing the top first. 6 over x squared minus 4 minus 5 over x plus 2. Factor x squared minus 4, that's x minus 2, x plus 2. 5 over x plus 2. Common denominator is x minus 2, x plus 2. Six and 5 are there. There is nobody new in the first piece. Everything was there before. X minus 2 was there before. X plus 2 was there before. Nothing new. X plus 2 was there before on the bottom, so X minus 2 is new. So X minus 2 goes on top. So now we have 6 over X minus 2, X plus 2, minus 5X. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10 over X minus 2, X plus 2. So we have our common denominator, X minus 2, X plus 2. 6 minus parentheses 5X minus 10. So make that plus negative and distribute. So that is 6 plus negative 5X plus 10 over X minus 2, X plus 2. And we get 6 and 10 is 16 plus negative 5X minus 5X over X minus 2, X plus 2. That is the top. So let's write that down. Top equals 16 minus 5X over X minus 2, X plus 2. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom. So the bottom you see is 7 over X squared minus 4 over X plus 2. So we'll do the bottom next. 7 over X squared minus 4 over X plus 2. We're going to factor the bottom. X squared minus 4 is X minus 2, X plus 2. X plus 2 is X plus 2. We have 7 here, and we have 4 here. Build the common denominator, which will be X minus 2, X plus 2. Look for things that are new. 7 and 4 were old. Look for things that are new. X minus 2 was there before. X plus 2 was there before, nothing new. X plus 2 was there before, which means X minus 2 is new. So multiply X minus 2 on top to keep an equivalent fraction. So now we have 7 over X minus 2, X plus 2. Minus 4 times X is 4X. 4 times negative 2, negative 8 over X minus 2, X plus 2. So we have a common denominator of X minus 2, X plus 2. And it's 7 minus parentheses 4X minus 8. So that's 7. Make that minus a plus negative. Plus negative, distribute. 7 plus the negative of 4X is negative 4X. The negative of negative 8 is plus 8 over X minus 2, X plus 2. 7 plus 8 is 15 plus negative 4X minus 4X over X minus 2, X plus 2. That is the bottom. And then this is finished by doing what? This is finished by taking top divided by bottom. So we have the top, we have the bottom, we will divide them and get our final answer. Here we go. Top divided by bottom. (16 minus 5X over X minus 2X plus 2) divided by 15 minus 4x over x minus 2, x plus 2. Let's change that to multiplication. 16 minus 5x over x minus 2, x plus 2 times, take the reciprocal of the next fraction, x minus 2, x plus 2 over 15 minus 4x. This is a binomial, put it in parentheses for emphasis, as is that. Write everything as a single fraction and look to see what divides out. 16 minus 5x, x minus 2, x plus 2 over x minus 2, x plus 2, 15 minus 4x. What is the same on the top and the bottom? X minus 2 over x minus 2, x plus 2 over x plus 2. Those become 1 over 1 when I divide those out. So 16 minus 5x times 1 upstairs. 16 minus 5x downstairs, 1 times 15 minus 4x is 15 minus 4x. And that is my final solution. And that will conclude this lesson.